A common theme in my life was that, oh, you're already deaf and then now you're dark skinned. Like, you've really drawn the short stick in life. So I would constantly try to find other ways to overcompensate. Like, no, I need to be the thinnest girl there, or I need to be the girl with the nicest makeup there. And that really takes a toll on you.
My name is Shanti. I live with type 1 diabetes and also spondyloarthropathy. I live with a medical device and also mobility aids to help me move around.
My name is Liana Lee and I am a content creator.
My name is Lavinia. People call me Lavs. I'm 22 this year. I was diagnosed with severe hearing loss when I was around 5. I've been on hearing aids for about 15 years of my life until I got a bilateral cochlear implant, which is what I use now to help me hear.
My name is Daniel. So I do have this condition that they call alopecia. It's been like more than 10 years already. The condition that I have now is genetic, so it's not something that I can change. I feel anxiety when I look at people with good hair, with a good hairline. Why do I not look like the other person?
When I was like 14, 15, and that's such a young age, honestly, to not like the way that you look. I would skip my meals. I would do everything to try to be as thin as possible. I don't even know why thinness was even synonymous with beauty. Had really bad relationships with everyone around me because I was always walking on eggshells. I was always on edge. And sometimes the worst part is you set expectations yourself. Like, I was my own biggest critique for the longest time.
You know, we're human. We are born with flaws, and every single wrinkle, every single scar that we have actually tells a story. And so when we are talking about perfection, who sets those standards?
When you think about perfectionism, everything that you do is calculated. It gets tiring and it does affect your mental health because you don't feel that you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for other people.
I would wear clothes that I thought would make me look thinner, which means I always wore black. I saw this really nice pink top, and in that moment I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Like, I like the top so much, I'm just gonna wear it. Yeah, that was the moment where I realized I just can't live the way I was living for the past 18 years of my life. It's just not fair on me.
I was taking a photo, I was gonna post it. But then suddenly all the voices in my head goes like, do you really want to post it? But then I realized if I keep thinking what other people think of me, then I will never get anywhere. I will never be able to do the things that I want to do. After that, I posted it. There were great comments about it. There were not great comments about it. I don't really care. I just do it because I want to do it and I'm happy about it.
It is very hard, especially when I was at university. I mean, come on, you're like 23, 24, but you have a very thin hairline. I do still have low self-esteem, but I try to portray to people that I'm confident. I can do presentations, I can become MC during company events. That's what's important, I think. You try to portray yourself as being confident, then people will see yourself as who you are on the outside and on the inside.
Growing up with type 1 diabetes and recently having to struggle with disability, being so visibly different from others and having the society's perception of disabled people as being less than or not able to achieve as much as what an able-bodied person is. Those are the mindsets that I had to challenge. When you're given a set of different challenges or different struggles in life, it does not mean you cannot make it in life. It just means that your journey is a little bit different.
I'm still trying to accept myself and trying to be able to see myself being okay when I look in the mirror. It's not something that is like, oh, one day you feel good about yourself and you feel good the whole year through or for the rest of your life.
Acceptance doesn't happen overnight. Those moments of darkness where I struggled with a lot of self-rejection and comparison and low self-esteem, low self-worth. All those struggles actually brought me to a place where I am able to fully accept myself, view myself in a way that I otherwise wouldn't if I hadn't gone through those struggles.
I used to limit myself from meeting new people because I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to hold a conversation or I wouldn't be able to hear them. But surprisingly, when you give people the chance and when you give yourself the chance, you make a lot of new friends. I've had so many more experience from the age of 19 than I did all throughout the last 18 years before that. And life just became really fun, honestly.
I cannot rely on someone's expectation or someone's acceptance for me to accept myself. It has to be myself who accepts who I am.
But I think it starts from yourself. Just be unapologetically you. I think we are slowly moving there. Everyone, just wants to be themselves. They have their own style, their own makeup style. They dress the way they like. They carry themselves the way they like. And I think that's how it starts. I think when you have that lepak je, tengok je, like we'll see how it goes attitude to life, then everything becomes better, and that's how you start taking up space and not asking for space. And that makes a big difference actually.
However, irrespective of how I look like, I'm going to accept it however it is. This is what I have. I'm not shameful about it.
We have to have an open conversation about it. It has to be a really honest conversation about it, and being able to talk about it as vulnerable and as sincere as possible. If we don't talk about it, then the conversation it ends like that.
I always say this, representation matters. When we are talking about what's out there on the media, especially, there are always groups of people who are often left out. We want to make sure that everybody is seen and everybody's voices are also heard. Just being able to represent every group of people out there in the media, I think that would be powerful when it comes to inclusive beauty.